Welcome to day 39 of our 40 days of prayer. Today we're going to be looking at Jesus as shepherd, which is almost in contrast to yesterday as Jesus as king. The passage this morning is from Matthew chapter 2 verse 6. And you, O Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are by no means the least among the rulers of Judah. For from you shall come a ruler who will shepherd my people Israel. So this was actually the wise men who quoted the prophet Micah from almost 700 years beforehand. They'd arrived looking for the new king and gone to King Herod expecting to find him there, but they didn't. And I wonder how surprised they would have been when they eventually found him in far more lowly circumstances. This wasn't the first time that God had raised a shepherd king, because 1,000 years beforehand he'd raised King David, who started off as a lowly shepherd boy. He chose him to be the new king of Israel, but no one would have expected that choice. Time and time again, God uses the ordinary, lowly people to work his purposes through. Why would God liken himself to a shepherd? A shepherd is known and trusted by his sheep. A good shepherd is one who will watch over his sheep in light and darkness. They'll recognise his voice and follow it, but not that of a stranger. So maybe today you associate with the sheep in need of a good shepherd. Maybe you could pray that you would learn to recognise God's voice and learn to trust it and follow it. Or maybe you associate more with that of a lowly shepherd, someone maybe who underestimates God's ability and desire to choose you to work through. Maybe you could pray that God would use who you are and all that you have and all that you can do to work his purposes through. Maybe you are someone who actually associates more with the wise men who perhaps overlook the ways that God can use more ordinary people and circumstances to work through. Perhaps people who are different to you in race or class or appearance or intelligence or ability to you. You could pray that God would open up your eyes to see him working in unexpected ways through unexpected people, including yourself. Perhaps at this time of year, when we see that familiar scene of the Nativity, you could choose one character that you most associate with, and you can pray these prayers, and you can ask God to meet you where you're at, and to work through you in unexpected ways, and to work through other people in unexpected ways too.